we're gonna go ahead and start out with the trailers. And there was a Ninja Turtle named Leo. He was the leader, and he was super brave. He could even jump off towers. Mommy, I broke my neck! Mommy, I broke my neck! Mommy! Yes, he was very brave. And then we had Raphael, the very... He was very violent. If you call him a cute, cuddly teddy bear, he will charge. Cute, cuddly teddy bear. Alright, let's start the real movie. Once they wanted to climb a tower, but they did not have the strength. Halfway up, they fell. And they tried again. And this time, they succeeded. They got to the edge. Then they made it to the top. Oh, yippee! And then Raphael was searching in the sewers, and he found a very glorious rat that was named. And one day, a random little rat on the street named Splinter, which little did they know that that was their next master. Little did they know he was their next master. He found him in the streets, and he said, "Look at these little rats." He said, "Look at this little turtle building a shelter." And he said, "Come with me. Where are the kids?" And he said, "Come with me, Daddy. I will He said, "I will raise you up, Skibbity." And he said, and the turtle said, "Follow me, my child." No, no. You say, "Follow me." And he showed him his little base. And he said, "Wow, my Lord." And he said, "Wow, my little glorious turtle. I can turn you into my personal ninja." And then he came. What? Okay, and he said, "Come here, my child. I will turn you into a master ninja." He said, "Come with me." Yeah! You want to be a slave? Okay, look, you ready? I'm gonna make you. Wait, give me that gun. Give me that gun real quick. I'm gonna give it to you as a gift to be your friend. Okay, stay right there. He said, "Stay right." He said, "Stay right there." And he told him to eat this special ninja slice of pizza. He said, eat this, my child. Okay. Hold on. Just coming. Eat this. Pick it up. Pick it up quick. Okay. He ate it. And then it said, come with me. And then they came down to the base. And he was an Ninja Turtle. And they told him, keep on training. Keep on training. And then one day, the day came. That bad guy! Named, what was his name? Hold on. There was a baddie, a bad guy. there was a bad guy named. No. Oh yeah, what? No, he's actually not sure, but his name was his name was. What is it? What's the? His name. I don't know. His name was Bad Guy. And he had a sword. His name was. Don't use that. You're supposed to use the random things. Hey! And he ran up to the city. He didn't know that there was a base there. A Ninja Turtle just popped out of the. Oh! And he got him. And then, the next day, a news reporter comes out dressed up very fancy. A news reporter comes out to see what has happened. To see what has happened. Dude, I'm Sabrina. And then they went on to the news thing and talked about how this was astonishing.
But at the butter barn, then it's time to hit the road. The highway calls.
Okay, and she. And then. She gave him the money. She gave him the money. And then, yeah, what? And then she called the police. Then she went to go find the policeman. And she did. She got the police. Wait. But before she could get the police, another ninja came, ready to shoot. And it was game on. They went to the sewers. Rocky, the ninja knew how to do it. Bro, you're supposed to. Bro, you're just spamming with the ninja. You have to I'm gonna let you win, but use your katanas. I'm gonna let you win, but use your katanas. And then as you jump in, and Raphael did not have a gun! Raphael, he was shooting, he did did some damage, but before he could do it more, he shot down Jason's. He was not worried. He thought he could win. He was coming up with the gun. He got shot, and he defeated him. And then he randomly found this guy who had been turned into a. He had been turned. Into a what's it? A warthog. A warthog. And then the warthog was oh. And his spiritual body and killed him. And then all of that had happened. And then the last thing that happened in that whole story of all that chaos was his brother, his master. His brother came back from the pizza shop, and his master randomly walked out, and his master randomly walked out, and he came. Alright, come down here. I have a speech. I cannot stop. So don't shoot. Look, I cannot help. I am your trainer. I am your trainer. You must go on without me. I have been too young, too old. But then, hey, go change into a bad guy skin, trust. And then Splinter was sitting there just wondering why he was so bad at fighting. I'm just kidding. And he said, oh. And he was learning his tricks. He was learning all of his tricks. He learned his tricks, and the bad guy randomly came. And he jumped out of his hole for the first time in forever. For the first time. No, I went, bro. And then he said, no, that cannot be. And he was dreaming that time. And then when he woke up out of his base, he came. And he said, I am that guy. And he knew how to spill. He knew all of his tricks. He was a sweat. He knew all of his tricks. He was that guy. He was him. And he got some hits. And he broke through the wall. He broke. He got hit. And it was all done. And they looked at each other. They just looked at each other and said, I am master to each other. 3, 2, 1. I am master. Okay, let's say that at the same time. 3, 2, 1. I am master. And I will prove you wrong. Oh! Yeah! Die! And then he was hurt, but he was okay. He was hurt, but he was okay. He was hurt, but then he came back up. And that's the